A remark. I want to write a remark. You can answer me. So, 5 years spent. In the remark, I want to know how many years left.
Once you perfect it,
That's final year.
5 years.
Okay. So the one that is 4 years, 1 year left. So 2 years means 3 years left.
Exactly.
Before we continue again, one of our leaders is seated, so I will give him the opportunity to introduce himself to you, and then we'll continue.
Thank you very much, Chairman. Other distinguished colleague that is here, our guest, very respected General of Nigerian Army Lieutenant ADEOSUN, and other leaders that are here. You are highly welcome. Thank you for believing in this country. Any country that is devoid of justice cannot make progress. We are here in the 10th Senate to ensure that justice is done, no matter which country is concerned. I'm very fortunate to have the distinguished senator, the man that is leading this public petition. He's a man of high credibility and doesn't miss his word. The senator had a lot of confidence in him. Another gentleman, a chartered accountant of Repute. People are selected to be here. And it's a special committee. You don't put people in this kind of committee. You put tested people there who are conscious. And I was the mover of this petition in the Senate. I was taught when I read the credentials of the people involved. I know Lieutenant ADEOSUN very well. And I know his pedigree, his experience. So that prompted me to be interested, and other leaders. Having said that, my name is Senator Young. I represent Osun West Senatorial District of Osun State and the Deputy Minority Leader of the Senate. You are welcome.
Thank you, Leader. My colleague just called my attention to the list. There is a gentleman, Cadet S.A. Usman, 72 regular, MOG. And we have, and it's 5 years final. And then the last of that page, number 32, MP Pupuola, also 72 regular, different yeah, different year, which is 4 years. It was amended to 4 years. Why is that so?
Yes, he was already a relegated cadet.
It was already?
A relegated cadet.
Okay.
Yes.
So you lost 1 year already?
He lost 1 year already.
Okay. All right, that's
It's not really seniority.
okay, very good. All right. Now, this is what I'll confer with my colleagues and see what we're going to do with this. I just want to clear that NGA received the notice. I'm not sure whether they did, because like I said, the notice was sent through the liaison office here, the Army liaison office. That's normally how we send our notices to the Army, Navy, police, and the rest. And so I've asked my clerk to invite him to explain to us when he received. We know when he received because there's a stamp of receipt by his office. We want to know when they receive it over there. There should also be a stamp of the notice they sent to them for us to know that yes, they receive it and when they receive it. We don't want to take any action here. And at the end of the day, NDA will tell us we didn't get a notice. So we just want to cover that base first before we take any other action. It's 5 o'clock now, and so they're certainly gone. They're not here today. Again, I'm constrained now to adjourn this case. I know how it is. This is what we try to avoid between us and the regular court. We are not interested in adjourning and keep adjournment. But I'm constrained to do that again here now, just so we will satisfy ourselves that NDA received our notice and they ignored them, or they didn't receive it. When we now have that fact, then we will know how to deal on that point. So please bear with us that we may have to adjourn this matter now. And again, it's a short notice. We told you the other time we will have a short adjournment, which today this is the first sitting since. And so we're going to have a short, I assure you, the next sitting date, we will put your calendar. And hopefully, NDA will be here. If they're not here, then we'll know what to do at that point. So that will be the decision of this committee, and so therefore this matter of Lieutenant General ADEOSUN retired and 7 others versus Nigerian Defense Academy being the second hearing is hereby adjourned until the next sitting date to afford NDA the opportunity for them to respond and for us to be sure that they were indeed served. That will be the order of this committee.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Can I just make a comment? General, I really feel bad that you are here and your case cannot go on. I think we have to accept part of the responsibility for that happening. Since we have a liaison officer of the Army or of the Armed Forces here in the National Assembly, I think we ought to have ensured from them that the letter we served them has reached its destination. Going forward, General, and also to our clerk, is any hearing involving the armed forces, the liaison officer must be present here. So it is not just enough to send you away and to find out from him whether it has been delivered. Any hearing involving the armed forces, the liaison officer must be here, so that so that we can ask him questions directly. Thank you very much, sir.
You understand that?
The chairman of the committee, sir, and distinguished members, I just want to, on behalf of all the parents appreciate the onerous work that this committee is doing to see that things go well in our country. We are really very, very grateful. We are not taking anything for granted. What we are trying to do is just on behalf of this country and specifically for the innocent, I won't say they are innocent, but the people who are committed. But we can always seek for tempering of justice with mercy so that they can also get their life back. So we appreciate everything that's been done, and I want to crave the indulgence of the chairman and members of the committee to acknowledge my own senator too from Osun West. Thank you very much for all you do for us back home through the National Assembly. We appreciate you all. God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Secretary.
Distinguished Chairman and members, the second matter, the petition from CECILIA, OKOROMA, Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development. The petitioner CECILIA is available. CECILIA, take your seat. Federal Ministry of Urban Development. Federal Ministry of Housing. Yeah, have they gone?
Are you here? So where are you now? Can someone ask outside?
I do take out
They are civil servants.
Yes, go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished senators.
Go ahead.
And the committee.
I don't vote yet.
I'm trying to.
Okay, go on. Yeah, go ahead.
I, CECILIA, OKOROMA, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you, sir.
I'm trying to call Senator Katun. We're in the last hearing, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to call Senator Katun to see if he did anything.
Yes, sir. The director of legal is here.
That's right, Director who?
The legal director of the ministry. He came in here.
Of
Ministry
housing.
Housing, yes, sir. He was
They
here.
told me that.
Yes, he came in. He brought the letter. And
Oh, he came to bring the
he
letter.
brought the letter that he wanted to be part of the hearing, but I'm surprised it's not here.
Yeah, but if I'm sure the minister gave him this letter to bring. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Simply sit down. I'm sure he was given this letter to bring, and that's probably why they didn't even wait for the hearing. I asked them to give this letter to read for a purpose, for you to read it, and so that you understand. Because ultimately what we want is justice in this matter. And the only person that can actually aid us in this direction is the minister. And since it has come to the attention of the minister, and the minister says, because of state meeting at the State House, and therefore he will be able to be here, I think we should consider it. I normally don't go beyond third hearing. I normally don't go beyond third hearing. Once you don't come for the first hearing, you don't come for the second hearing, and now the third hearing, I go ahead. But because of this letter, which is why I said you should be able to read it, so that you understand why we will accord the Honorable Minister the opportunity for him to come, or to, if you read, said they are reviewing your records with a view to prepare a comprehensive and consummate presentation to aid the committee's decision for consideration. I'm sure they will not bring the second letter like this again. So let me.
Sir, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Sir, I feel completely heartbroken, to say the least, because I thought that the man that came in here would have accorded you the due respect. This is my third time of coming. I have wasted so much money. I feel very heartbroken. And the system is so unjust. I didn't beg for a job. I did a job. And over the years, this is exactly what I have gone through over the years. You know how much it cost me to come from all the way from Lagos. I come all the way from Lagos. This is my third hearing. So, and I think you should be fair with them, because they're taking everybody for granted. The seat is not meant for him. If perhaps I was in the ministry by now, I would have been the director, or perhaps would have been appointed a minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria. He's not bigger than anybody. He's not bigger than me. I have been traumatized, and I have said that I will get justice. Even if it takes me my last blood, I am going to get justice for this injustice done on me. He has no reason to give this excuse, if I may say that. I feel heartbroken. And I think I should have justice in this case. I am not coming here to look at people. I am coming here to ask for justice. I'm coming here. I have come here to ask for justice.
Thank you,
Sir.
ma'am. Thank you. I heard you. I understand. Please sit down. I can empathize. Please sit down. Please sit down.
So I feel bad.
Please sit down.
I feel sad, sir. I feel very sad.
Please
I
sit
feel
down.
so badly treated.
It's okay. So, but I truly empathize. Please sit down. Sit down. Sit down. I truly empathize with your position. No doubt about that. But we're trying to give you justice as speedily as we can. My record indicates that this petition was laid on October 7th of October 2025. So your mother is receiving a expeditious hearing. We're going to continue to give it the expeditious hearing that it deserves.
It's January.
Yeah, but it was late. I don't know. But it was late on 7th of October. But in any case, if it's January, we are still within 1 year. If you were in the civil court.
No, it's okay. That's why I didn't go. I didn't go there.
So, the reason why it's in your interest that we should adjourn this case is such that when we take a decision here, we would have done everything within our powers to make sure that the other side had the opportunity to be heard. If we have a letter like this and we ignore it, it's not the second of such letter, but the first of it, and we ignore it, then it can stand a ground for them to question why we didn't give it due recognition. So don't worry about it. The more you think that we are delaying, the more it works in your favor, I think. Because we are also looking at your interest in the matter for coming each time the case is on calendar. And also, we know on the other side how many times they have not come. And so when we then take a decision, we are sure that the decision that we take will be acceptable anywhere it's taken. So I will appeal to you to be patient and let's give it another try. At least this has indicated to us that they sent this letter, they received our petition. So we will send another notice to them, now they have received it, to come with that comprehensive memo or anything that they have in defense or whatever it is. Then it will be easier for us to read their defense and say, well, we heard you and this is our decision at that point. And not to just take a decision based on just your own analysis of the matter. Again, like I said, the committee understands that it takes money and time for you to transit or transport yourself and stay in a hotel here perhaps from Lagos to Abuja each time the case comes up. And we are hoping that this will be the last time that will be. So please allow us to adjourn this case. Shut this down as well, so that we can get to the bottom of this matter. So we will adjourn this case until the next hearing date. That will be on this committee.
Thank you, sir.
Case number 3 is the petition from PEWE, Phillips case. The Nigeria Security Printing and Printing Company. This is the second hearing. The petitioner is present. The respondent, Nigeria Security Printing and Printing Company.
We are present as well. Please.
0. Okay, 4-0.
Chairman, my name is PEWE. I do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this respective Senate committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Do affirm that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
I, Emmanuel Kamari, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
No. Thank you all. Well, before we proceed, my colleagues are here with me. May I accord them the opportunity for them to introduce themselves.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am Senator Aminu Abbas, Senator representing Adamawa Central, Adamawa State, and member of this committee. Thank you.
Distinguished Chair, distinguished colleagues. Yes, my name is Senator Mohammed OKOROMA. I represent Nasarawa South, a member of this committee.
Thank you, distinguished. This case, this is the second hearing of this case. And I know that the first hearing, the security mint company were not here. And so we are here.
We were here at the first hearing. It was the petitioner that was not here.
Okay. So the petitioner wasn't here. Okay. So, petitioner, you are here now.
Yes.
Can you please tell the committee why you're here?
Yeah, distinguished senators. My name is Philip. I was employed in Nigeria. I joined the Nigerian Security in the 9th of June, 1997, where I continue my work without problem.
Then let us what?
As factory operative.
Go ahead.
So from the day I was employed, I had no problem, no query, no suspension, no termination. That was why I was giving this award. I was doing my 10 years. So it was when I was 11 years, on the 5th of December, the incident happened. I was on night duty. When I finished what I was doing in the morning, around 6 sides, I have no stop. I rushed into the toilet. When I came out, my colleague had already closed, and it was not yet time to close. So I went down, we were upstairs. I went down to lock my car up. I didn't see my car. My locking car was missing. So before I was disturbed, I was not feeling fine. I went home. When I came back in the evening, I contacted my superior. That was Mr. Humphrey Walks, asked my colleague. Mr. Humphrey said I should go and contact the inspectorate. So the next day I went to the inspectorate. Called Agana today, said I should go and write a statement that they discovered I came out late. Probably I was sleeping on duty. I said no. I was that help in the toilet because of my stomach option. So he said I should go and put a statement. I should go and write a statement. I followed down. I went and put 3 sentences. I said I was hold in the toilet. That was why I came out late. He released the clothing card to me. There I continue with my job from 5th of December 2007 to on the 8th, 24th of, 24th of April 2008, when they now called me to come and collect a memo. Appearance before the trial committee on allegation of sleeping on duty. I was working in exam grade area then. So I received the letter. I was asked to appear on the 28th of that April 2008. I appeared. They questioned me. I defended myself. Sleeping on duty was not established against me because I was not even queried. There was no query. There was no evidence because there we have cameras. Normally, if you are caught sleeping on duty, there must be evidence. Either they wake you up. If you act it, because different committees, they will play the test because camera matter. So after the different committee, I was waiting for the result. Suddenly, what I saw, 30th of June 2008 was termination letter. So when the termination letter came, I was surprised. I actually received it. And then I tried to say nothing, there was nothing. I know that when you are terminated, there is something like 1 month in your notice, or they give you something like, maybe you are or something like that. Nothing. Then when I waited for 1 year, I now from Lagos came to Abuja. Submitted. I started with House of Rep. I submitted my petition. Honorable Timothy Golu was the one that presented. They referred it to the committee.
When was this?
That was 2016, sir. We were invited on the 22 of November 2016. They didn't appear. I came, they didn't appear. The case was rescheduled for 7 of December. They appeared. So I narrated the whole thing as I just said. Then they asked them, the man that came, they were not the one. He said that I was just roaming about, and because of that, I was queried. My appointment was terminated. I was paid. So the chairman now said, oh, he asked me, where is the query? I said I was not queried. Where is it there? I now asked them, where is the query? Do you have the query? They said, no. Did you pay him? No. The question, they said, okay. They said yes. Okay, go and bring the query. From that time, a date was fixed, 8th of February 2017, 8th of February 2017, for them to bring query and all those evidence. They didn't appear. 4 years, I was waiting. Even when I came, the chairman was even sending me away. He said I should go and meet the clerk. When I met the clerk, they were just, I keep on coming. At the end of the day, nothing comes and they didn't come. So I decided to win another, I think, whether 8th Senate or so. I came here, 9th Senate, I came here, I was here. I approached the Senate. We were invited here. So I narrated the whole thing. They asked me a question, was I queried? I said no. Was I giving anyone money? They even asked me, did you give him any money? And they asked him like 2-3 times. He said no, the money didn't get to me. They said, why did you now do that? I now told the distinguished senators that I was not queried, I was not giving anything. And even my termination letter, the offense which they said I committed was not captured in my termination letter. There was nothing like that. So when they asked him, he said I was found in a location that I was not supposed to be. That was why my appointment was terminated. And so they asked him again, did you give him query? Asked him 2 times, and he said no. So at that point now, the whole thing, I even told him that if you say I was found in where I was, his production, I didn't go out. If you want to leave that place, you want to go out, you must take pass. My 11 years there was not, I was familiar with all rules and on the policy and principles of the country. So I cannot do something that is contrary to my rules. So I said I was not, I said if I was caught, if I was found in a location that was the same thing they're supposed to have queried me. And again, the accusation was not found in another location. The memo is about allegation of sleeping on duty. So why are you in the rep? You say I was roaming apart, which was not the case. I still brought out this memo and showed them the chairman. The chairman saw it. They have to use they are using something, a document like it's not verbal something. You come in.
What the decision of the 8th Senate, of the 9th Senate?
This Senate now gave them, after the whole thing, all the Senate, they were all behind me. They gave them 14 days. So 14 days to reinstate me. They gave them 14 days to reinstate me. After which I was waiting. When I was waiting, I came, luckily for me, when I came, that was the day they took the report to the Senate. After I entered the clerk office, he was coming from the chamber. He said, my case did not get through. He said, I was found in the location I was in. I said, you were here when I defended this.
So hold on. So you are saying that the 9th Senate rejected your petition, right?
No. What I'm saying is they didn't reject my petition. They gave them 14 days to reinstate me. It was when they were when the report was taken to the Senate. They now said, as they were reading, they said, I was found in a location I was not supposed to. That's what the clerk was telling me.
So the entire Senate, called the plenary, had a different opinion from the committee. Is that what it is?
So that was the clerk was telling me that when they asked that, the chairman could not defend it. So I should go and meet the chairman. When I went to the chairman said they will fix another date for us. I was coming.
All right,
when he hit through.
Thank you. So please, can you respond to
with due respect, distinguished chairman and members, we already made a written response to the petitioner's petition. I don't know whether the distinguished committee will want me to read out a response.
Summarize.
I'll summarize. So, distinguished chairman, sir, the crux of the matter was that the Mint is a security printing organization and is regulated by rules. Not stringent, but they are such that to safeguard the integrity of what we do, we print the nation's currency. So on the day of the incident that resulted into the termination of Mr. PEWE's employment, at the close of work on that day, it usually is expected for factory workers. At the close of work, they make themselves available to physical security operative for search. So they search them out of the factory and they go into the factory with their tallies. So once they enter, they put the tallies on the board. So putting the tally on the board is another means of control to ensure that the person that's supposed to be on duty are really on duty. So at the close of business on the fateful day, every other person was searched out of the factory. They didn't see him. It was when the security people now went on a round. After the close of business, the security goes on round to ensure that everybody has been searched out and that everything is well kept. So they found his tally on the tally board. That was what indicated to security that he was in there. So they conducted search. They didn't see him. They did not see him. So they didn't see him, so the factory was locked. So the inspectorate, the next day, the inspectorate invited him to appear and give reason why he was allowed himself to be locked inside the factory. Having not seen him, the conclusion then was that he was sleeping. He hid himself away and was sleeping. That was why he wasn't seen. So a memo was issued to him to explain why he was not found, that he was sleeping on duty. But that was the conclusion, that for he hid away and was sleeping on duty. So in the course of that disciplinary committee hearing, which he appeared and defended himself, it was found that he actually left his place of work and went to another section without proper authorization. And by the rules of the NSPM, you need authorization to move from one place of work to another. And it's captured in our employee handbook that movement of the factory staff from a particular place of work to another without authorization attracts the penalty of termination. So the committee concluded and advised management that having breached that particular section is section D11F1 of NSPM employee handbook. So having breached that section, the committee recommended to management that it be terminated. ESCO of the NSPM met, considered the committee's report and affirmed the report and terminated it. He was given 1 month salary in lieu of notice. He was equally paid his gratuity less his indebtedness to the company, and he was equally advised to approach his pension fund administrators to claim his retirement benefit under the Act. So all these documents have been attached to a written response to the Honorable Committee.
Thank you. I think you exhausted most of what we actually want to hear. Okay, let me just. There are a lot of questions you will answer from my colleagues. They're waiting. But before that, let me just take you through line by line. You said you were employed as a factory operator in 1997, right?
Yes.
The incident of you sleeping or not found of moving around was in 2008, right?
Yeah, 2007.
2007.
Yes.
Good. And then on June 30th, 2008, you were terminated, right? What was your first petition after that termination?
My first position was 2016.
So 2008 to 2000, that's 8 years.
Hold
on. I'll give you time to talk. So you give me time to talk. So 8 years after your termination, that you suddenly now made your first petition about the termination. Now you said that you were paid 1 month in lieu of notice of termination. Did you receive it?
Not at all. Even when they said
hold on, you said no. So you didn't receive that.
I didn't receive that.
You also talked about your pension. I mean your gratuity. Did you also receive any gratuity?
Even the
No, just answer yes or
no. No, sir.
So did you receive that 1 month in lieu of termination? You also didn't receive your gratuity.
No,
But he said that your gratuity less your indebtedness to the company. Sir,
Yes, sir.
do you have any evidence that you received that you was paid the gratuity?
Very well, distinguished Chairman. We have the evidence in our written response referred to Appendix 5 attached to our written response. It's a authentic bank check.
Just a bank check.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you collect the check?
I didn't collect it. I was not given any check.
You don't even give any check.
I didn't get any check.
So the check is probably sitting there somewhere. Is that what you said?
We were passing this thing.
Sir,
This question.
if you didn't cash that check, would you not know?
Distinguished Chairman, that there is no way we will know because this check was issued in his name and we did, it was paid, it was issued in his name and forwarded to the bank.
Thank you, Chairman. Yes. What's the name again, sir?
My name is Mutairu Haruna.
You are.
I'm the acting legal advisor of the NSPMC.
Yes, you wrote a check for Mr. Leon. Did you confirm if he collected the check?
With due respect, distinguished, I want to strongly believe that my finance did because MINT is an organization with different departments. So in my finance, I strongly believe must have done their due diligence and must have confirmed that this check.
This is a physical thing. An inflow and outflow. If you give a check, if it was cashed, it will reflect. If it was not cashed, the check will be lying down there. If he refused to collect it in protest, the check will be there, and it will not be debited into your account. So I'm sure your finance department would have told you whether this check was drawn or cashed or credited to his account or debited your account. It's a simple plus or minus. Did you confirm if it was debited from your account? Because if at the time you gave him check, there was an amount X, if that X was deducted, it will be whatever is remaining minus that X. Did you confirm if it was?
With due respect, distinguished, we've had cases in the past where finance reported back to the legal department that certain persons did not or collect their check. But in the case in hand, we didn't get such feedback. So the conclusion, we didn't get.
I'm not satisfied with the answer the legal advisor is giving, because this is a simple plus or minus thing. If he is not sure, we want to give him some time to give proof to this committee that this check that was given was drawn, was cashed, so that we can now decide on what to do with Mr. Lewis' case. That is one. The second one, sir, is the issue of him not being at his duty post when he was supposed to be there. And your assumption, I so believe, sir, your assumption was that since he was not there and his staff was missing, he must have been locked in the premises of. Yes, he must have been locked inside because he was sleeping on duty. And the factory closed, and since he could not go out, he was locked, right? That's what you said.
Very well distinguished.
When you came back in the morning, was he seen within the premises when the door was opened?
The distinguished, after that search and the discovery.
Hold on, please. Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues, I want to observe that this matter has been investigated and determined by the Ninth Senate. Yes, and report submitted to plenary.
Yes, I was coming to that, sir.
Okay.
I was coming to that. I'm asking this question because leading to what he is saying, Mr. Lowe just told us that the Ninth Senate did say you should reinstate him. No. That's what he said. That's what he said. Okay, the committee said he should be reinstated, but the plenary said no. Okay, the plenary supersedes. Okay.
So for
I yield my.
Let me, anyway, I think that settles it, actually. I was going to give you my own personal experience similar, but there is no point now. Thank you.
No, Chairman, thank you very much. Even though we are not going through this case again, the Chairman is needs to confirm whether check is being paid or not.
Yes.
And if that pays, it must be paid.
Yes.
Now, what we want from you provide us proof. Let me bring the procedure statement for the bank, for the Capital Bank. Your own procedure statement. No. It's not not the bank. Procedure is not existing. I know what I'm saying. Bring the procedure statement of renting meeting of that bank for that period. We will see whether the payment, the check existence is not cleared or is not cleared. We see whether it's cleared or it's not cleared. That will confirm whether he received it or not. Once the check is cleared from the procedural statement, that means the money has gone. We want to split that.
Very well distinguished. All right, so basically, on the issue, on the merit of the issue, we are not going there at all. That has been dealt with in the Ninth Senate. Whatever we do in this committee meeting, take it back to the plenary, that's the full house. And they will debate on it. And whatever that decision they take supersedes what decision we take here. And so the Ninth Senate, in the plenary of the Ninth Senate, your matter was decided there. And it was in their wisdom that it should not be reinstated. So we're not going back there. That's done. We're not going back there. What we are zeroing in on is your rights to your money, whether or not they be paid. People that have a problem with that too. You waited 8 years. 8 years. You waited 8 years. No, excuse me. I asked. Hold on. I asked you the question directly. Give me a direct answer. All right. It took you 8 years. No. 2008 to 2016 is 8. Hold on. I'm not. It's not question and answer. I'm just recapping. It took you 8 years for you to make your first petition on the matter. And of course, your matter was also heard. We are just shifting that burden to them. Hopefully, they will be able to bring us proof that we were paid. If we were not paid, then we would have acted that should pay you an entitlement. All right. So we are shifting it back to you, the meeting company. Please satisfy us that it was paid, and if it wasn't paid, then that money is there. We need to have him paid his entitlements so that we can conclude the matter. And so we're going to adjourn this case unless my colleague.
Distinguished Chairman, sir.
No, I'm talking. So we're going to adjourn this case for the printing and minting company to show proof that it was paid. And if it wasn't paid, we will recommend that expeditiously pay him and give us proof that he has been paid. And that will be the decision of this committee. And the clerk will get back to both parties. But we'll be waiting on the printer and minting company to show us that proof so that we can close the case finally. Until then, this case is still open. So we adjourn this case until we see the proof from Nigerian Printer and Media Company within what? 1 week. Within 2 weeks. During 2 weeks. That will be the decision of this committee. Yes.
With profound respect to the committee. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Distinguished Chairman and members, the fourth case today is a petition from GOVT ENEBUSE community AKOKU-UNO, UGWU local government area of Delta State against Shell Petroleum company now renamed African Energy Company and SEPLAT. See the second hearing. We invited NIGERIAN Petroleum, we invited SEPLAT Energy and platform. So the SEPLAT is here, NIGERIAN is here. Platform is not sure. Platform Petroleum probably is not sure.
So petition is not here.
Petition is not here.
This is third hearing or second hearing? This is second hearing. The first hearing petitioner was here, but what's second?
Renaissance.
Renaissance also here.
Yes.
We'll ask them to bring something like this time, right?
SEPLAT.
And platform.
Well,
Okay. Please introduce yourself. First of all, introduce yourself. Ma'am, who do you represent?
Distinguished Senator, good evening. SEPLAT.
SEPLAT.
Yeah.
Who do you present, sir?
SEPLAT.
SEPLAT. Madam.
Renaissance.
Renaissance. What about platform?
Yeah, platform.
They are not here. Platform.
They are not here. We wrote them.
Now, platform, if I understand, platform is the one who actually is in control now, right?
Yes, not that they are making their presentation from the last hearing. They say platform control of that.
Now, SEPLAT seated to platform. All right. Please put them on so that we can get them.
Distinguished senators, the committee, and distinguished senators within the chairman. I, Hadiza Garbati, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
The general manager of government relations, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, distinguished chairman, distinguished senators, my name is Awodu. I do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Distinguished Chairman, distinguished senators, Sabita County is my name. I do solemnly affirm that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Well, welcome. Thank you all for coming. I'm happy that all of you are here, except for the platform. Please tell me the situation now. If I remember very well, in the first hearing, we were made to understand that SEPLAT had, what's the language now? Had ceded its rights to these, you call it oil well, to the platform. Who is in charge today?
Well, distinguished senator, I will just like to bring to your attention that we had just received this letter. We were actually not at the first hearing. That was a genuine mistake on our part, which is why we're here today. And the intention really is to give us time for us to be able to address the content of the petition. So I can't really speak to what was spoken about in the last meeting. I think that Renaissance was here and will be able to give a better view.
All right. I mean, it's easier for us because the petitioner is not even here. They were here in the first hearing, but I just wanted to be clear in my mind, but you said you don't want to speak to it on record. But who is in charge as the platform? Because I need to know, because that company ought to be here, or will have to be here on the next adjournment date. Is it platform? Can you speak to that now?
Distinguished senators, platform is in charge right now.
Okay. All right. So platform ought to be here. All right. Thank you very much. Considering the fact that on the case of Obi, ENEBUSE community, AKOKU-UNO, UGWUANI, local government area of Delta State, against Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC, now Renaissance Africa Energy Company, and SEPLAT Energy. The petitioner is not present today. He was present in the first hearing. SEPLAT is present. The Renaissance are present, but platform company allegedly now in charge of the thing in question is not present. We'll have to adjourn this case to afford SEPLAT the opportunity to properly address this committee on their position on this matter. For the plaintiff, we are not sure of the reason why they are not here, but at least for the plaintiff to also show up and to make their case before us. And so because of this, we will adjourn this case for the shortest possible time. But I'm also aware that SEPLAT is asking for a date sometime in December. December is normally a very busy month for us in the Senate, but we'll see how we can accommodate that. We'll do everything we can to see that we can accommodate. And so we'll adjourn this case until the next hearing date, which will be communicated to you by the clerk of the committee.
Thank you.
The fifth case is a case from Professor Ibrahim Madud on behalf of Northern Alliance Committee, that is Equipment Leasing Legislation Authority and Federal Ministry of Finance. This is the second hearing. Professor Ibrahim Madud is the Equipment Leasing is present. Yes. Minister of Finance is not here.
I, Professor Ibrahim, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you.
I, Sanusi Abbas Sanusi, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished members of the Senate, my name is NJIDEKA. I, NJIDEKA, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Let me at this juncture recognize distinguished Senator Dinos and distinguished Senator Abuja who are from Adamawa. Thank you very much.
Adamawa is well represented, right?
Mr. Chairman, distinguished Senator, my name is ADEOSUN, representing ERA, legal advisor. I, ADEOSUN, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So,
thank you so very much, everybody. In our first hearing, we requested that that the representative, that I think was Ibrahim Abuja of the Northern Alliance and ERA to appear before this committee in connection with this matter. Are they both here? That's what someone do.
Yes, I'm around.
Okay, very good. I also have a letter equipment leasing. The CEO is not here, but he has authorized and mandated by this letter Mr. Abuja Adebambo, the advisor, Mrs. Fatima Adamu, head procurement, Mr. Eddie Aguro, senior compliance officer, to represent him. Are these three individuals here? Everyone of them?
ADEJA. J.
Distinguished Chairman, distinguished members, I, Fatima Adamu, do solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Distinguished Chairman, Committee, I, Eddie Aguro, do solemnly swear that evidence I shall give before this distinguished committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Thank you. If I remember very clearly, in the first hearing, it was the issue of the replacement of an individual as the acting CEO of the Equipment Leasing Registration Authority by another person, which the petitioners complained about as an injustice. In that first hearing, we didn't have the opportunity of Professor Manduku of the Northern Alliance and the Equipment Leasing Company to be here. So both parties, at least, are here now. And so let if we can allow Professor Ibrahim Manduku of Northern Alliance to please brief the committee as to why we're here.
Thank you very much, distinguished chairman, distinguished senators. My brief will just be very short, but in one-page document. I so put it down in writing for avoid ambiguities, and I will not take your time. Mr. Chairman and distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I am Professor Ibrahim Ayman. Let me thank you for the opportunity to listen to us yet again as the Northern Alliance Committee. May I use this opportunity to tell you who Northern Alliance in one sentence. Northern Alliance Committee is a social-cultural group that deals with matters that affect the Northern region and the country in general. And we have attained, we are bona fide patriotic citizens of this country, and we have helped in one way or the other to elevate and raise the country up to where it was. We earlier submitted a petition which was made before the distinguished Senate by Senator OKOROMA, the Senate Chief Whip of the Northeast. A public hearing was conducted on the 15th July 2025 on the injustice meted out to us by the removal of our most respected and eminently qualified former director of the Northern Alliance Committee, Engineer NJIDEKA, who is not privy for us writing this petition. Fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, FIOD, MNI, as chairman and acting CEO of the Equipment Leasing Registration Authority. Mr. Chairman, the last sitting was adjourned because you directed us to come along as the pioneer chairman to CEO of the Equipment Leasing Registration Authority, which we are here with him today. With due respect.
Engineer Sable, did I hear?
Yes. Who is yes. But please, okay. I want to address our yes.
Go ahead.
Recall, sir, that the main subject of our petition is the illegal and unjustifiable removal of the chairman and acting CEO of ELRA without due process. In such matters, when it comes to the removal of any civil servant, due process is deemed to have been followed. He was ceremoniously appointed, but unfortunately unceremoniously removed without any official communication as the CEO. You will agree with me that the CEO, being the holder of a public office, is required to comply with excellent rules, including those of the Code of Conduct Review, the Pension Act, and others. Therefore, when there is no formal communication at this point of the exit, it becomes a serious problem for the individual to concern, and that informs our concern as a group of Northern Alliance Committee. In summary, Mr. Chairman, our prayers are as follows. I'm not ready to bore you and make lengthy speeches. Mr. Said Njida, fellow Nigerian Society of Engineers, FIOD, MNI, be reinstated as the chairman and acting CEO of ELRA pending the amendment of the EALRA Act 2025, restoring the status quo ante. And B, that the position of the chairman and ultimately the position of the CEO between the chairman and the registrar be occupied by persons who possess the requisite professional qualification and cognate experience as expressly provided in Section 8A of the ELRA Act, which is to be amended and yet to be amended. Okay. The appointment authority, whether the Honorable Minister of Finance as provided by ELRA Act or the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria through constitutional provision, should be compelled to follow the laid down rules, excellent rules, for the disengagement of public officers, especially a person of the caliber of the CEO, who is accounting officer, and whose removal must follow due process. Omission or commission, negligence or mistake that supervises ministries or other bureaucratic organs should not become a reason to punish an individual who obeyed a legitimate directive of higher authority. Public Service Rule 170201 was not followed in appointing the new registrar as the CEO. We must point this out explicitly. Mr. Chairman, there has been a violation of the Public Service Rules. Mr. Chairman, there is no integrity in violating the Public Service Rule.
If public service rule are being treated with all we and campuses, we will be sitting down here. I'm happy distinguished senators will call us to look into this issue. Mr. Chairman, to quote the President yesterday in his address to the Conference of Judges, when he said there is no integrity, the reform of government will not. When there is no integrity, the reforms of government will not stand. Thank you for doing the needful. I rest my case for now. I'm hoping you will do a due diligence and look at this issue with all necessary diligence and with our prayers being answered. We thank you very much. Thank you, sir. With due respect.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Can we hear your response?
Distinguished senators, distinguished chairman, thank you for this opportunity. First of all, sir, I would like to state factually that on the 19th of June 2023, the board was dissolved. There is circular set of the SGF by the president of us. The SGF was sent to all agencies and institutions, all boards should be dissolved. By this circular, it made everything they were doing non and void and controversial of the institution. That's one. Secondly, sir, in the course of all this, there was a letter sent to the Attorney General of the Federation for legal opinion on this, which the response was sent stating that the board was dissolved at that time. The president was sworn in after the hours on the 19th of June. The board was dissolved, meaning everything they were doing at that time was controversial. The rules, of course, out of the institution. Now, in October 2024, the new board was inaugurated, and the president appointed the new registrar, who, of course, should see the operation of the agency, the day-to-day running of the agency. This is a copy of the opinion from the Attorney General's office, Attorney General of Federation and Minister of Justice. Again, sir, during the course of the investigation, sir, the Auditor General of the Federation, after auditing accounts, found that the former chairman paid a sum of 121 million to himself legally. And this was to be funded immediately. It was stated in the letter sent to Delra that implement using the authority. We went further, sir, to send a demand notice to the former chairman that this sum should be refunded immediately. So we should state also that the powers to terminate and to appoint registrars and CEOs and in hand of the president. So when the board was dissolved, it meant that everything we were doing was not and void. And it was the same Excellency, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that instituted the next board and employed the registrar. That's my solution for now.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. Mine is going to come as a form of advice. Bro, I had, what's your name, sir?
Yes, sir. Adeosun.
Adeosun. You had Mr. Adeosun. His response said, please, your mic, say the power to appoint and sack, if I may use that word, is the prerogative of the President of the Republic of Nigeria. Fortunately for this committee sitting now, all of us, except the chairman who has just converted, except the chairman who has just converted, are not members of the AD. So we are going to look at this matter very objectively and see how we can advise us bring this thing to a reasonable resolution. To me, I think this is a matter of a marriage of convenience gone wrong. This is something that this Northern Alliance came and willingly worked for the successful election of President Tinubu, as I read here.
Exactly, sir. Without mincing words.
Yes.
Without mincing words.
Yes, sir.
But unfortunately, we found
Yeah,
ourselves.
it's okay, sir. So, in the course of this campaign by this Northern Alliance, there was no agreement, there was no promise, there was no any MOU signed between the two of you that after this was going to happen. Naturally, we politicians, when we work, we want to talk from what we have pulled together. But the advice I want to give is, this is an internal thing that your team can come together, book an appointment with Mr. President, sit down, express your grievances, that this is how far we have gone with you. This. I was trying to ask whether the equipment leasing was an act of the parliament, but I see that it is. However, it is something that can be easily resolved without going through this route, because you elders teach us that you eat and wash your pot because of tomorrow, and you are going to follow this route again if opportunity avails itself. So I think this is a matter that can be resolved within the family, if possible. Because there is no problem in this world that when two heads sit down to resolve genuinely, and you go to the negotiating table with an open mind, that you will not find a solution. As such, I want to advise her that I will crave the indulgence of the chairman of this committee to please adjourn this sitting, advise the Northern Alliance to go back and settle within the house. If it goes bad and you are not satisfied, we are here waiting for you. But it is our duty as your sons and your representatives to do what is necessary, because there are certain things that are not supposed to be carried under the sun. You can see when the umbrella started tearing, you can see the tear gas that is going up. So, as such, I would want to advise her that if it is possible, Chairman, I want to plead with the Chairman to please adjourn so that the equipment leasing, the Northern Alliance should come together, sit down, go back to Mr. President. This is our grievances, and Mr. President, especially that he wants to come back the second time, if we allow him.
Yes, if we allow him.
If we allow him, so that by the grace of God, you can find an amicable solution that will be better for you and for this country. Thank you very much for listening to us.
Thank you very much, distinguished Senator. I don't know if I I don't think so.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. In addition, mine would be advice. You can listen. I don't know your name, Mr. Man.
Yes, sir. I want
to advise you. And advise you with this. That you don't tarnish somebody's image because you want to take it out. You should consider that. And let me tell you what people added. If you are going to a market, don't quarrel with somebody that's coming back from market. That's an advice for criminalism. We have seen this played in SEC, and we knew how it ended. So because you want to remove somebody, don't say he has eaten this or that. When he was there was something to provide, but it wasn't used. So please, it's an advice. Resolve this thing amicably before we take stand. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Prof, you want to say something?
Yes, I want to just a word or two. I would like to thank Mr. Chairman and then the distinguished senators for listening to us attentively and the advice from both of you is well taken, even Mr. Chairman. But I want to add this, that Northern Alliance in this, I'm not bringing it up here to give any sentiment. We worked tirelessly with Mr. President before the popular ADEOSUN. He declared in our House of Senator Munir Muhammad that he's going to run ambassador before he went to Ogun State. And then we do have letters of commitment. I have it. We have it. That will work with you. We saw with Tom Kuyaka saying, do you understand, Mr. President, with Senator, we rhyme. We're all together. You understand what I'm saying? But all is not becoming history. But we don't want our son, our wonderful director, to be treated anyhow with levity. As the distinguished senator pointed out, before you are out of an office, if you want to remove a person, you don't tarnish his image. You don't want to start throwing certain things that you cannot justify. Yes, I was not the Director General too, and I was the Director Minister. I worked with designing with a couple of ministers. You know what I'm saying?
You work with designing?
Yes, I work with designing.
I'll come up with it. I'll come up with it.
In steel. Yeah, before she left for petroleum, we worked in steel together. I was the Director of Raw Material, Inspectorate. Equally to Abuja. And I was appointed as the secretary member of the interim member for AKOKU-UNO mining company. You understand what I'm saying? So, look, the fact, what he gave out, the distinguished senator, is an important point. Because if we are going to investigate it, we have journalists sitting down here. You don't say somebody has just come up without telling me that something, we find this one someone missing. That is an afterthought. You understand? This didn't come in.
Address
so
us.
we feel.
Address us, not him.
Yeah. Well, our advice can that matters like this, you should be very, the young lawyer should be very careful in bringing up, in saying certain things.
All right. All right, thank you very much. We are talking about many adages, and there's a Benin adage, I'm Benin man. There's a Benin adage which says that when two wrestlers start to wrestle, the ground begins to expand. Because it's not where you started that you end up. And that's why the advice of my colleague, the children of our time, is very apt here. I still believe also that this is an internal matter that can be resolved internally. We don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of this matter now, but like he advised, let's look for another avenue of resolution so that we can amicably do this way rather than having our leaning Washington in public. Unless you have something else to say. Yeah, before you know, the gentleman in question have sat down very quietly, and I actually admire your composure. They say when you have people fighting for you, you don't need to even throw a punch, but people are already throwing punches for you. And so, thank you for being so composed in the whole of it. Sir, let me hear you briefly before we adjourn this case.
Distinguished Chairman, distinguished members of this honorable committee. My name is Sanusi Abbas, and we are representing Northern Alliance Committee. and eminent people that participated, as Professor Mabu highlighted, into the presidential campaign. We are actually card-carrying members of the APC, and we have known that we have worked towards the sections of the government having to believe in renewed hope mantra. We have carried this, we have participated everywhere, and we believe something like this that come up is something that can be resolved amicably. It's an in-house thing that we know for sure, because all of us here are matured. We are all at our retirement age, so we know what it would take for somebody to come to the public to start washing his dirty linen. There's somewhere you will have to find a way to resolve amicably. If you know that way is not working, that's why we adopted to come to the Senate, happy to know that you are part of us. They are all APC, and this is a political dispensation which we know there's a road system and there's a way by which you consider somebody who have worked for you, and if there's a problem, you call his attention and draw that attention in a way that you protect his interest, and your interest is being protected as well, not to jeopardize his own position. Our take is we have made efforts to reach to the legislature, and now we come to you. I don't know if with the advice you have given, you will come in to...
No, I'm listening.
We will make efforts. At the same time, we will want your indulgence in this point, so that at least you chip in a little way by which you show your concern about these grievances that we have presented before you. Having to know and recognize that yes, we are part and parcel, and we know for sure we'll continue to work for this administration, since we have believed that yes, they will deliver and Nigeria will get out of the woods that we are experiencing now. We are all mature to understand this, and the direction we have taken, we have touched some areas where we know and we believe something will happen, but nothing actually that we expect from those angles.
So this is all going to do as a committee. We will write a letter to the Minister of Finance to try to have a meeting where this can be resolved. We'll write a letter to the Minister of Finance. Alright, so we'll do that so that we can start this internal resolution of the matter. Alright, so what we're going to do is anything else?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we are going to adjourn this matter until 2 weeks. No, let's give 1 month. Let's give about 1 month. So we're going to adjourn this matter for 1 month, within which to give the parties and the Minister of Finance to sit down and see how we can resolve this matter in-house. Alright? It's in the absence of that we'll come back and we'll state it in the calendar. Then we'll look at the whole matter. And that will be that's it, right? The last nobody said the last name.
Precious in NJIDEKA against Minister of Labor and Employment in the first year. Precious in NJIDEKA is not present. Minister of Labor.
I think the 6 person is not here.
In the case of Mrs. Ugu Precious NJIDEKA versus Federal Ministry of Labor and Employment, first hearing, both parties are not present. However, there's a letter from the Ministry of Labor and Employment urging the committee to adjourn this case because of the prior engagement that the ministry representative had. And given the fact that the petitioner herself is not here and the respondent had asked for an adjournment, we will oblige both parties and therefore adjourn this case until the next hearing date, until the case is rescheduled for the calendar, and both parties will accordingly be informed of the new date. And having exhausted the activities, the calendar of today's hearing,
I move for this adjournment.
An adjournment for motion for adjournment having been made and seconded. This hearing is therefore adjourned. Thank you, guys.